So his visit to Utah was the third day in a 5-day trip, 11 stops. He arrived at what was Romney Field, adjacent to Salt Lake Airport, at 5:50, and he took a motorcade through Salt Lake City. But it wasn't just directly as a crow flies or the best route. He went through from North Temple to State Street to 2nd South and then Main Street up to Hotel Utah. Now, what was he driving? I think this is quite interesting. He was driving a massive gunmetal blue 1962 Lincoln Continental. It had been brought in advance of his trip in what's called the flying boxcar. So they flew into Romney Field this beautiful Continental 1962, custom built for the president. And that's what we see in the motorcade, is this beautiful car. Now, I'm not certain, but the research I was able to do suggests that that may very well have been the same Lincoln Continental that he was in Dallas, Texas, 9 weeks later when he was assassinated.
Hi, this is Donna, D-O-N-N-A Mirabelli, Salt Lake City, Utah. And I saw President Kennedy in downtown Salt Lake when I was 11 years old. I was in the 6th grade. My mother took me, my brother, and my sister, all three of us younger, on the bus, on the UTA on the bus down to see Kennedy the day that he was here. And what was really awesome about it is that my mother had immigrated from Italy and just thought so much of this event.
Now, Salt Lake Tabernacle. 8 o'clock, he arrived. Inside, it would have seated, and still does, I think it does 9,000 now, but it was 8,000 at that time. 3,000 were outside of the grounds of the tabernacle, also listening. You know, even though it was described as focusing on conservation and what he'd be doing the next day, he was also very concerned about this emerging conservative notion or ideas of anti-United Nations, anti-foreign policy, radical reduction of federal spending. There were a lot of emerging issues that he felt that Salt Lake City was a perfect venue to speak about this.
We did not seek to become a world power. This position was thrust upon us by events. But we became one just the same, and I'm proud that we did. I can well understand the attraction of those earlier days. Each one of us has moments of longing for the past. But 2 world wars have clearly shown us, try as we may, that we cannot turn our back on the world outside. If we do, we jeopardize our economic well-being, we jeopardize our political stability, we jeopardize our physical safety. To turn away now is to abandon the world to those whose ambition it is to destroy a free society.
My name is Terry Solon. I live in Magna, Utah. When I was 8 years old, I was staying with my grandma and grandpa at near the fairgrounds. So me and my grandparents and my brother, who was a year and a half younger, all walked down to North Temple to see President Kennedy's motorcade come through. I remember we were all really, really excited to see a real president, and just seeing the most handsome man I think I've ever seen in my life, you know, in that car, smiling and waving.
Hi, I'm Mike Evans, Salt Lake City. It was my first month of junior high school when JFK came to Salt Lake. We knew the President of the United States was going to drive a block away from Jackson Junior High, and we all wanted to see him. I thank whoever let us walk over to North Temple and see the most famous man in the world drive up, stop, and wave to his kids on a warm autumn day. And I just can't thank him enough.